Pastor Abanti and then so names a pastor or kind of plain, and we will learn from it also. Alexis here, Pastor Selassie is also. Pastor Sampson, is also here, and we are going to be having that beautiful conversation. Pastor, you are very, very welcome.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome, and I'm happy that you are here to talk about this. Me, you over me. Abro, so for me.
I mean, you had some of the calls, and as you sat down, you were very disturbed by the one who says that at night he used to feed the child, but then the husband wouldn't like that, and threw water on them and stuff like that. That disturbed you a lot. Why?
It disturbs me because not one person brings a child to this world. It takes two. The love making you were doing, what were you looking for? Not even say, now you say you are married. You did not do family planning. What were you expecting? When the semen get out of you and enter into the woman, you were expecting a baby.
Who cries?
Who cries? Of course, nobody. With all due respect for people that might have some disability, you don't want a baby that is dumb. You want the baby to cry, then we know that child is alive. And in the night, even if you cannot give any helping hand, which you are supposed to do, and I want to state this, any man that is not giving helping hand to his wife, he should be ashamed of himself.
Any man
that
is not giving a helping hand
particularly when these babies are tender, when they are young,
should be ashamed.
He should be ashamed of himself. Because why will you bring this child to the world unless somebody nurture the child? When the child cannot play ball or run around, you want to be proud. It's my girl. It's my boy. Who does that? So you wouldn't even give any helping hand. Okay, step out. But for you to take water and pour on that woman, if this man is hearing me, I will not need to apologize for my statement to him. Not because I don't respect him, but we don't do things like that. We know in Africa we are privileged to have our mother-in-law or sister to come and help us. For some 2-3 weeks, I had that opportunity with all my children. But why the woman was doing that, she didn't stay with us for too long. The best we had was about 3 weeks. I was there to support my wife. None of my 4 children have not bathed when they were young.
Wow.
I bathed all of them.
So you have the experience?
Yes, I was there. I was privileged. Some men also may not be in the house. Maybe because they travel. Yes, we can let go. But if you are in the house, you rush out, you come back. In the night, give some helping hand.
At least let the woman sleep. Be the one to carry the child.
I know of a couple that baako ni kronim baako any kronim na baako, baako to kwa anyway. Make sure say, sometimes be her friend, because when say around this time the woman will be up or friend, stay on phone with her, at least if they don't say anything, knowing say, oh, that person is also up with you.
Yes.
It's some support can be given in so many ways.
So many ways.
Yeah, let's go to the second one. You answered that as well. Then we can go on the topic itself. Obi nso chira, I was say, when they started the warrior, na oni adwuma oba na na ewo adwuma ntino ono ano ye bibia ntino no also trying to support no also fa efie owo fie nko ade. That's petty things. We not want the woman to come back tired and now have to do all those things. In Mabam, he was taking care of all of that. Now he has a job. Mami ne jani ni ne guno so no ye manu bibia and going to the job as well. Like where ye guno so and also.
You see, those people is because they had understanding. That's what helped them. That a man was at home.
Yes.
The woman was working.
But now that the man is working, She's refused to do anything.
From the beginning, they had understanding.
Understanding.
That's what I'm referring to. And that's why, and the man should be praised for that. Some men at that stage, they are not doing anything, and they will not even support. For this one, I salute him. He has done well. But the woman on this second one, now that the man has gotten job, and you don't want to support, I don't know what is wrong with her. And that's a bad thing. Like I said, this thing is togetherness.
Raising up children.
Raising up children. If you are alive, I haven't tell my children, I am privileged to have them and still be alive. Because if you know what is the meaning of having one of these precious gifts, you will not play or toil around them. No, you will not. But for a mother, my Bible tells me no mother leaves his child, his sucking child, except, excuse my language, according to the Bible, except people that are fools will leave a sucking child. God came, he said, no mother will leave a sucking child. Because the passion of a mother to the child or children is so much that God was bringing himself to say, look, the way your mother will take care of you, I will do more than that. Because no mother will leave a child. He's not considering men. Because he knows, for a man that will be there for you and for every woman that have a man standing by you, please salute that man. For a woman, you can't just leave your child. Not for your career. Not for any other thing. They are like somebody. And don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying women should not focus on their life. They need to build it. But the way they were made, the multitask ability that is in them, it gives them that opportunity to combine so many things together.
Yeah, baby, you made the submission like that, yeah.
So that particular woman, I will not completely judge her now. We need to ask, now the man you've gotten the money, you are working, what led to that misunderstanding that is making this woman to neglect her duty?
Exactly as I was saying.
I'm not going to completely judge her. No.
Based on that one side.
Maybe the man can multitask very well.
Than the woman.
It's possible,
and it could even be that the man is already making the wife annoyed by his attitude because the money have come right now. Anything is possible. So it's two of them. We need to sit down and ask, Auntie, why have you changed? Brother, what have you done that make this woman that was there when you had no money? She was able to bring the money. You were taking care of the children, and you have that unity, that understanding. But now, things have changed. Please, brother, what have you done? Or sister, what did you use that made you to change? People change because of something, most of the time.
Beautiful. Like I said, I said being fair, I said it that you might not know what is happening with the woman, but I just said we'll make a submission based on what the guy said or the man said. So we don't know the woman. Woman also adaje anka. Fine, that is good. Now, how do children affect relationships in marriage? That is what we want to talk about. Romantically, when we know about newlyweds and I mean, from the time they start to, when they do the proposal, when they do the bended knee or something, or the ring will be in the ice cream, and now people have gotten really creative.
With that,
I know that more proposals and they bounce it, more, but people do things. Yeah, they bounce. But there are people who have gotten really creative about proposing to their women and all of that. And then when they choose their colors, the pre-something photos that have come. Pre-and wedding photos and all that. Then they pick their colors, turquoise, blue, what. They shadow nice. then the FO, the refreshment, and the dance and everything. Wow. Obi akoni fie e Canada ho if you are not lucky to do that, and ocratic romance and so, and all of that. All that part that we see or people make us see, and my aware fair. We think that it is rosy. And sometimes it's like that. When the two of them, it stays like that. They are happy. They go on vacations. They do this. They go for dinner. They do things together. They go for parties and other things. They go to church together and everything. When the children come in, some people say that it gets even better. Others say
it gets worse.
Things have changed. What happens?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens. I always take my inspiration from something called knowledge. When you have knowledge of something, it helps you. But when you are ignorant about it, it affects you.
When you have knowledge about something, it helps you.
The knowledge helps you to perform well.
But if you are ignorant about it,
it can destroy you.
Destroys
Even
you.
something good can destroy you. Just look at 5 years marriage and there's no child. Let's start from that place. 5 years of marriage and there's no child. And not that two of them have decided that we don't want to have. Some got married and said for the next 3 years we are not going to have children. But these are people from the start. They're enjoying. Just the way you dramatize the whole thing.
It's fine. Oh, it's fine.
I know.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it's fine.
But 5 years into it and there's no child, you will see the man worried. Leave the in-laws alone. Let's talk about the two of them. You will see the woman worried. To some men, there's no consolation the wife can give to them. To some women, there's no consolation they want to hear. They just want a child. So, we want it on the majority. We want children. Then when they come into our lives, what did they bring? They bring in everything. All the goods you can think about, and all the bads you can think about. So I call them land.
children are land.
Land.
Wow.
Why? Give a land to the farmer, you've given the farmer the best thing in his life.
He will cultivate it.
Give him a land. Put the seed there, and you know, the land always comes with the weeds. Children are land in the sense that one of the things that appreciate daily is land. Every land, as children grows, they appreciate and their value increases.
Okay.
If somebody wants to take baby right now, it's different from a toddler you are carrying.
You
From
put something down.
teenager girl you are carrying.
You for
That's
put
a
something
senior
down.
cost.
Yeah.
She's been appreciated. Come on.
You see that? Bring every bride price.
So
her price don't go up.
it has gone up.
Yeah.
And that's one thing with children. When they were born, they're fragile, tender. It's beautiful. But as you kept on investing, taking care of them, they kept on coming out. Then you see, she's my girl.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
The price is going up. The value is increasing.
Wow.
So they bring the joy. But let's take it from the farmer's point of view. A farmer will need to do a lot of work on that farm.
On that land.
On that land, even though that's a very vital land. As you plant your seed, harvest is waiting. As you give birth to your child, what we enjoy, it's not that we are not waiting for our retirement for them to take care of us these days. All of us are working hard. But the joy you receive from time to time, they are part of the harvest. That joy No money can quantify it. No money. In fact, they are coming into your life alone. The call you will receive and the text, congratulations. You kept on smiling right to center, to left. You are the center of attention because they come into your life. That's number one thing they bring into your life. And if they check out, my goodness, it's that the whole world is gone.
It's true.
They bring everything into your life. So they are like land. So ask a farmer what he will do with his precious land. He will cultivate it with all the diligence. And as I said, the place of knowledge helps us a lot. Many people they've given birth today. They don't even know the value of children.
So
Men.
that it doesn't put any value to the marriage for them.
No.
Because they don't know the value of children.
No, that's why somebody, we've watched it on television and it's happening around us. Some will impregnate a woman and say, well, I don't want to, I'm not the one, I'm not the one. They knew they are the one. But they can't just stay there. Not because they don't even have the money.
You don't know the value.
They don't.
Okay.
Then after 10 years, they marry to someone else and then the child is not coming. They say, go back and take that one. Sakonfa. Go and take it back. Sankofa. Go and take it back. So they will come and humble themselves. Go on their knees. I'm sorry. I'm begging you. I will do everything. Whatever you spent, I will give it to you. Now they discover that they need that joy. But you see, you are enjoying your life the moment they come. A lot of things will be affected negatively. Then you need wisdom to handle it. Part of number one thing, your romantic life will be affected.
Chimo.
Say Chimo.
The time you want to touch madam, even though two of you are willing to do it at that time, you are willing.
Yeah.
But you think, well, then what do? They said, go and pour water on yourself.
Alice.
And again, that's one side.
Yeah.
The second side is the woman is actually tired. Sincerely tired. And here is the man. Mr. Man is standing and is ready for the show. Touch the lady, the lady said, dear, I'm sorry. Can we do it tomorrow? He said, that's what you said yesterday. That's what you said 2 days ago.
That's what you said a week ago.
A week ago.
That's what you said a month ago.
If it's getting to a month, we need to ask the sister, please. David. If it's getting to 1 month, please. You see, in love, sacrifice also is needed. And I've been through this journey.
Yeah.
Having 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls.
Well done.
So we've been through it. That time I returned from journey. My wife said, yeah, I need you tonight. I'm not in the frame of mind to perform. I said, yeah, I'm sorry. Can we do it tomorrow or the next 2 days? Because of understanding. She understands.
My question now is, when there are no kids in the marriage and it's fresh, and however, when there are no kids in the marriage, usually you wouldn't have a man coming to say, oh, today can we, or a woman coming to say, oh, honey, can we, it sparks like that.
Right there. Yeah.
Now, when children are
involved,
they come wherever, they'll just enter life. When they come, now it's like you are planning, it becomes like a timetable. Can we do the next 2 days? Can we do, does it really affect the whole thing of marriage and intimacy? Because you see, there used to be no children and you see parents going naked around the house and everything. Now there are children, you can't just be walking around. You know, children are very curious when they are growing up.
Oh, yes.
You ask a lot of questions, you can't be doing that. So now romance have to be pre-planned and other things. And now the gifts that maybe the man was coming in with, the flowers, the roses, you know, everything is either is forgotten because, you know, or then we have to save that money I mean, when I hear we have to save money for the children, hey, Rosie is saying flour is how much that we have to save for the kids' fees. You know, but all these small things, sometimes some people know they as a free awari anim. Afe no omu mpie biem. First na ka Sunday bi omu ko beach. Ne niyama sesia no omu ko biem. Because papa na kasa krawe ye kombe ye de kwai because when you take the kids to the beach you be hunu what for West. You know, they don't. Some parents see it to be fun and really nice. Others too see it to be very worrisome. Why?
Is there, before you answer that, is there a preparation thing that we should all get into before children? Is there something that happens, whether it's counseling or something about
financially, romantically? I mean, how does
before
it affect?
you even get into,
In fact, the first thing to get into is the counseling. Finance is there, but it's not a major. First thing to get to is the counseling. If you have some, that's why I said the base for knowledge has great impact in the way you turn out. You see, what baby was saying, I like to pick words and understand it carefully.
Okay.
Because you've mixed two things together. You see, we are talking about children. It's affecting romance in the family or in the life of the couple. If we are going to put the two together, we will not be able to solve the thing we want to solve this morning. Because with the romance, when we start as couple without children, yes, we jump on one another. It's easy. Every day we are on. Anytime we are on. It's because we were coming from courting.
Okay.
Courtship life is different. And when we step into it, we've not allowed the courting to wind down. It's still fresh.
Still inside of us.
It's still there. And that's why Zig Ziglar says, let your courting enter into marriage. That's where you continue getting that spark of courting in your marriage.
So you still see your woman as, oh, that's my girlfriend. That's my boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the way you see her in the courting, she's the trophy you want to win.
Yeah.
And you would do anything. He is the trophy you want to win. You would do anything to get that man.
What you're saying is, even in marriage, you should continue
Courting.
Yes, you continue courting. I say court my wife up till now. You should continue courting.
Continue beg. Continue beg.
Because
Continue beg.
because the moment children steps in, you are really facing into what you call real marriage.
So even when children come in, you still continue courting.
You need to. And let me say this.
That's a tough job.
No, you see, knowledge. I was counseled very well before I even started dating.
Okay.
All our 4 children, right from the first day the first one came, before they arrived, the moment she became pregnant, immediately we got married. I said, look, no child will sleep in between 2 of us. And none.
That was a decree.
It wasn't decree, it was a discussion.
Oh.
And it was we had understanding.
Because you said that no child will sleep in
And
between.
she asked me why.
Yeah.
And it's like, look,
Okay.
these children,
They'll leave us.
when they start sleeping in between us, when 1 come, 2 come, the gap is increasing.
Imagine we are going to king size bed. They are there.
We didn't even have king size bed then. So our small bed.
And they are coming.
They are going to, no, they always, children have a way, they intrude.
Uh-huh.
They will come in between because it is in between they want. You can play around, but when it is time to sleep, you sleep in between. The moment you finish sleeping, we carry you to where your breast is, and I get my buttocks by my side.
Correct now.
No, that's the work we practice. I practice with all the 4 children. You want to sleep in your cot, we send you there. But in between 2 of us. And the best is if parents understand this thing, it will help them.
Wow.
Every parent, you don't own a child or you don't own your children. The best they will stay with you, because with our education is 14 years from the day you give birth to them. From 14 years, it begins to enter into SHS 1. Boarding life starts. They'll come back to your house 2 months or 1 month. From there, university, 2-3 months, they'll come back to your house. From university service, they go and serve. When did you have them again? For 14 years. The moment children enter, you see things change between two of these lovers. My children are grown now.
Yeah,
and
it's privileged to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And all of them knows one thing up to date. And this is not a general statement. I'm going to clarify it. They know and they've heard. And I've said to them more than 100 times, I love your mother more than all of you. And don't beg me to love you more than your mother. Because when you grow, all this, your heart, you will give it to a man or give it to another a woman. So this my own heart I've given to you. What happened? So you have a place in my heart, but your mom have a resident in my heart.
Because you would.
Because 14 years, they started growing now. 2 of them are even in the body. One has completed.
With you and the wife.
No, the small one that we are now, they said retired pension baby. He's now around in the house. So when they check out, and God gives me long life, what happened to the rest of my life? The love I have from the start, that I've allowed children to separate me and my wife, then I have to go and take it back. No, you can't go back. You can't get back there. So that I said you were bringing 2 things. One, the love of their lives is a real thing. When children begins to come, some men have not done the right thing. So women will pour all their love on their children. Some men also are doing their best. It's fun with the women. They'll pour all their love on their children. Some men also, the wife is the best. They will pour their love on their children. When I meet them, they've come for counseling. I said, look, never love your children more than your wife.
That's the solution, right?
Yeah, it's where to start with. Don't love your children more than your husband.
Have them have a place in your heart.
But that is when they have understanding. Not a man that will go and cheat on his wife. He must have a solid place for the children, because that's the next thing she's having. Not a woman that will play a game out, and then he too must have a place for the children. But when 2 of you have understanding and you start with that love, let it continue burning. If you take the fuel out, the fire will go down. Keep burning it.
Oh, wonderful. How do children affect relationships, or marriage? We have said so much. Neno ne krakra ne se mmofra ye somoba ware mu a eye, but na Pastor Sampson can say mmofra te sasase. It's like a land, and and every land comes with the weeds. So they bring all the good, they bring all the bad. But the basic, say you have to have knowledge about everything. And so now, and women do that. Women do that. When they are pregnant, they start reading, they go to antenatal, they are being taught about a lot of things. That is the same way that the marriage also has to go through a different kind of knowledge. Mofra aba. Mofra be ebua ware no. Be say what na ware be 5 years na won wo ye. How would you feel like maybe I will peba? It is a baba dia eye. So for chra or say do wo yire do wo ma wo but do wo yire pa because in madie say mini ales ti hey. Ye ja ma me no papa wo fie si aba adwuma. Yeja maame na ne kunu wo ho nti se wo ukodo wo ba bebre a or sorry at was na I'm going out. You are going out. So some fathers cannot detach themselves from their daughters because when do akra sa now the child has got new friends and you have a problem with it, go to your wife. So do wo yire do wo ma, but your heart belongs to your wife because there's so many reasons as to it. I hope that you have learned more from this conversation that we have had. Because it shows that children affect relationship and marriages in a good way. and the bad way. And children being even good, it can turn out bad for you if you do not have the knowledge and you do not, train the children. Alex.
Oh, yes. I have to say thank you very much. Our time is up. So your final word before we say goodbye.
To all the parents out there, we want to plead with you that you have knowledge. Let somebody train you. It's important. Whatever we do and we do well, there's some level of understanding that we have. Knowledge is important in your relationship.
All right. Knowledge is important.